Yeah, welcome back children. So today we'll see the remaining problems from 6.3. Okay. So now we are talking about the question number 11. What is the question number 11? So in a school, the children wants to plant trees as per the class. That is a mean, if they are class 1, they will plant only one tree. If they are class 2, they will plant 2 trees. If they are class 3, they will plant 3. Okay. So as per their class, the children wants to plant the plants. But in each class, there are 3 sections. First class we have 3 sections. Second we have 3 sections. Third we have 3 sections. So the school has up to plus 2. Okay. So up to 12th class. So we had children up to 12th class. Now find the total number of plants. How many plants are planted? How many trees are planted by the students? Okay. So what I want to say, class 1, okay, class 2, class 3, 4, 5, so on, class 12, correct? Now tell me, they will class 1 students plant only one tree, but they have 3 sections. So 3 ones are 3, correct? First section student 1, second student set 2, and third student 3. Okay. And here also 3 twos are actually they are second class children. They will plant 2, but each section children plant 2. 2, 2, 2. So answer 6. Same 3 threes are 9, 3 fours are 12. Same last 3 into 12 36. So therefore it's our AP. It's our arithmetic progression. 3, 6, 12, so on. Last term is 36. So from here we can understand A1 is equal to A, that is equal to 3. And common difference 6 minus 3, that is 3. Correct? And what you get again? And the number of terms. As we know, we have only 12 classes. So n value, small n value 12. Because we have only 12 classes. And AN is nothing but 36. The last term is 36. Now what should we find? We should find SN now. Correct? Already we have AN, correct? No? By using AN, we can find the sum of 12. Sum of first 12 we can find by using this formula. SN is equals to n by 2 of A plus AN, correct? Am I right? Right. Now I'll write S of 12 by 2, first term 3 plus last term 36. Next 6 into 39. So 6 9s are 54, 5 carry, 6 3s are 18, 2. So what is this all 234? That is the sum of 12, first 12 numbers. That means for class 1 students planted 3, class 2 students planted 6 trees, 3, 9. So if you add these all, that is equals to 234. So what 234 tells you? The 234 tells us the number of plants planted by the children. Okay. So the number of plants planted by the children, that is 234. Okay. It is 11th problem, beta. And if you go to 12th problem. Yeah. The 12th problem about a spiral ring. I think you have an idea about spiral, okay? So spiral, it's a spring, okay? So what happened? The radius of the spiral is increasing while it's rotating, okay? Simple, we should find what is the total length of the spiral, okay? Simple, the radius of the spiral is increasing every time. That is, first time it is 0.5 in first round. If the round is increasing, second round it is 1.0 centimeter. That is nothing but 1 centimeter. In a third semicircle, so the spiral is making like a circle. Am I right? In the first rotation, R value, the radius value 0.5. So when it goes to second round, the radius will increase this. Am I right? Okay, that's okay. Next R3 1.5, Have you found any relation here? Look at 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, 5 threes are 15. So like that, the spiral done 13 rotations. So 13 fives are 65. So the last radius is, I can guess that 6.5 centimeters. Okay. Now what should we find? We should find a total length. Okay. So total length is equals to, I can write that the first circle length is L1, second circle length L2, so on. We have a 13 circles. Am I right? Yes, 13 semicircles only. Right. 13 semicircles only. Right. So 13. Now what I want to say, if you take a circle, if you want to find the length of the boundary, it's called circumference of the circle. Circumference. Okay. Now, circumference of a circle formula 2 pi r. It's a complete circle. Am I right? But here I am talking about semicircle. That means half. So half is nothing but pi r. So circumference of a semicircle, half of the circle. Okay. Half of the circle, I can write it as pi r. Okay. Now total length. Total length is equals to, I can write simply pi r1 plus pi r2 plus pi r3. So on, we have a 13 radius. Am I right? Right. Radi, plural form of radius. Now I'll write pi into 0.5 plus pi into 1.0, plus pi into 1.5 plus pi into 6.5. If you remove the decimal, what happened? Take the pi common, beta. Common. Pi outside I have written. If you remove the decimal, we can write 5 by 10, 10 by 10, 15 by 10, plus so on. Last number we can write it as 65 by 10. Look at 10 is common, correct? 5 also common. 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, 5 threes are 15, 5 13 times. So completely, if you take 5 by 10 as a common, now 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus so on up to 13. Okay. So we have a formula, sum of first n numbers is equals to n into n plus 1 by 2. So here n value 13. So we can write a 13 into 14, n plus 1, 14 by 2. Now look at 5 ones are, 5 twos are. Pi value we can write it as 22 by 7, and here left 1 by 2, and the hash from formula we can write 13 into 14 by 2. Any cancellations happen, we can cancel. 7 ones are 7 twos are 14, and 2 get cancelled. 2 ones are 2 11 times. So overall the left things are only 11 and 13. And as I know, 11 into 13 answer 143. And here we are talking a unit is centimeter, and we'll write it as unit centimeter. So that is a way of solving, and the length of the spiral is 143 centimeters. Okay, right. Next, 200 log. Logs means, I know, if you cut down a tree, if you make the tree into pieces, the stem, whatever the long and lengthy stem, if you make into pieces again, so those can be called it as logs. Okay. So 200 logs are arranged in a way such that first row they have a 20 logs, and second row they have 19, and the upper one 18, upper 17. So like that they arranged one on another one. So here, see here I'll write the series they have arranged. First row they arranged 20, on it they arranged 19, the 17, 18, 17. So like that they arranged. So as from this one, first term A1 I can write it as 20, and D value. D value second number minus first one. So 19 minus 20, D value minus 1. Okay. The common difference is minus 1. Okay. Next, what do you know? So total logs are 200 logs. That means sum of all are 200. If you add these all count, that is equals to 200. What n value I don't know. Okay. So if you simplify n value, formula S of n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d, that is equals to 200. Am I right? N by 2. Okay, n by 2 will write as it is. 2 into a, 220 times, plus n minus 1, d value minus 1, that is equals to 200. Right? N by 2 as it is 240, 22s are 40, and minus is multiplying, so minus n plus 1 is equals to 200. And if you make simplify again, the 2 goes there and multiplies, and multiply with n. So n into 40, 40n minus n square. Okay, we'll write one more step. 40 plus 1, we can write 41. So 41 into n, we'll write a 41n minus n square, and a 200 into 2. The 2 has gone RHS side. Okay. Now if you write here 41n minus n square is equals to 400. Actually the square term only has negative, so better to send all terms to RHS side. Implies we'll write n square minus 41n plus 400 is equals to 0. Just a factorization. Try to make a factorization. Okay. Can I erase? Yeah. The factors for 400 and sum of them should get minus 41. So I hope I can write minus 25 minus 16. Actually 25 16 times 400. If we add both, we'll get a midterm, that is minus 41. So here I'll write n square minus 25n minus 16n plus 400 is equals to 0. Yeah. So if you take common in first two terms, n into n square minus as it is 25 into n, 25n. So minus 16 I can take. Same will get minus 25, n minus 25 is equals to 0. Both terms as n minus 25. N minus 25 if you take common, so we can write n minus 16, that is equals to 0. Now either n minus 25 is equals to 0 or n minus 16 is equals to 0, or n value 25 or n value 16. So we have only two conditions here. Either the n value is 25 or the n value is 16. Okay. Now we'll see. Yeah. Either n value 16 here or n value 25. Okay. So an means a25, correct? No? a25 I am talking, last term. Now formula a plus n minus 1 into d, correct? So a25 we can write it as a plus 24d, correct? So a value we know is 20 plus 24 minus 1, d value minus 1. So we'll got it 20 minus of 21 into 1 minus 24 minus 4. So the last term represent about minus 4 logs. Actually it's not a number, we are talking about log. If I asked you put minus 1 logs, if I talk minus 1 trees, it's not senseless. It's a senseless, am right? If you come here, so again I'll write the last term, that is a16. So I can write a plus 15d A value I know 20 plus 15 into minus 1 D value. So I can write 20 minus 15, answer 5. Yeah, last number is 5. Okay, it's correct because it's a positive number, correct? No. So conclusion, I can write number of logs present at the top, that is 5. So what is the question here? If you arrange 200 logs on 1 by 1, that means first if you arrange 20, later if you arrange 19, again if you arrange 18, 17, if you do like that, how many logs will be present at the top? So finally by this solution we can understand that is at the present at the top we can get only 5 logs. Okay, so after this one, so until now we discuss about arithmetic progression. So now we'll go with one more progression, that is geometric progression. Yeah, geometric. So simply until now we discussed about AP. So now we are talking about GP, arithmetic geometric progression. Okay, so same here, the first term is A. So here first term same as it is A, but here we spoke about common difference, but here we'll talk about a ratio, that is common ratio will represent with a small r. What did you identify in AP? In AP, except the first term, for every previous term we'll add certain number, a constant number. By adding certain constant, we'll get the next sequent numbers. Am I right? So every time we'll add certain constant to the previous number. But in the GP, what we'll do? Same, except the first term. To every previous term, we'll multiply with a constant number. We'll multiply A into R, AR. If you multiply with R again, AR square, AR cube, AR power 4, so on. Same, look at first term, second term, third term, fourth term, fifth term. Look at fourth term power 3, fifth term power 4. So if I talk about the nth term is nothing but it is the general term and it is the last term. So A into R power n minus 1. And how did you find common ratio? Same. Here we added, so we subtracted. Am I right? The successive terms we subtracted. So here we are talking about multiplication. So we will divide it. A2 by A1, A3 by A2, A4 by A3, so on. So those are the ways to find common ratios of the GP. If you want to, we'll see a question. The question is A value 4, R value 3, then find the first 3 terms of the GP. So the first 3 terms of the GP is A, AR, AR square. Correct? Yes. Now A1, that is A, that is 4. Simple. A2 is equal to, we'll write AR, A value 4 beta, A value 4, R value 3. 4 3s are 12. Correct? Next, if you talk about A3, third term, we'll write it as AR square and A value 4 as it is square, 3 square. Yeah, 4 into 9, 3 square, answer 9, 36. So that is a way of solving with a GP. So here also sometimes we'll check whether series is it in GP or not. Okay. So the coming problems we'll see and we'll do it. Have a nice day, children. Thank you.